It's almost the end of the year, right? Heading into 2021, and I'm excited as ever. I mean, those of you Curzio Venture Opportunity subscribers just got our latest pick, small cap pick, which is a $35 million market cap. Its name, well, I'm not going to give it away, but it's similar to a SPAC where it just did a reverse merger, right? And you're looking at companies where, SPACs are on, usually take over an entity or a dormant company on the NASDAQ or New York Stock Exchange, whatever it is. And then, they look for a private company and then merge them together and then boom, there you go, right? So a lot of the fees, a lot of the money's made at the beginning. And to get into SPACs, you really need to be an accredited investor. With this one, you don't, because nobody really knows about this name. Just a reverse merger. It's incredible. But this company has an FDA-approved drug that's going to generate $13 million this year and over $20 million next year. It also has $20 million in cash on its balance sheet. Again, a market cap of $35 million. I've never saw a biotech or healthcare company with an FDA-approved drug generating tens of millions of dollars, trading at $35 million market cap in my life, right? So we're looking at, I won't say low risk, it is biotech, but with that cash on its balance sheet, but the return and the two drugs that it's focusing on is absolutely enormous. Enormous for this company. It has amazing people behind it. I found it because of my contacts, but really, really excited with that pick. Overall, finishing off, a great year where we really nailed COVID. We got out of the market when it crashed, got back in around late April, May, missing, I say about 20, 25% of the rally, which was fine. I didn't anticipate that we would see $6.5 trillion in spending. Holy cow, $6.5 trillion. I thought it'd be less than $1 trillion, but if you throw that much money into the system, hey, you got to get bullish, you got to buy stocks. But, I'm proud of the work we did on COVID in terms of, just giving people really great advice. And I feel like we really nailed that the whole time. Talking about the statistics and the data and showing websites and doing this from January and interview people on lockdown in Italy and China. Really good. It's something that I'm proud of. If you look back at statistics, we're right on everything. No, nobody's right on everything, but we were right on a lot. And when I compare our track record to a lot of other people out there when it comes to COVID, I haven't seen one that's better. And you know me, I talk about my losers more than my winners, but it's something that I'm very proud of. I also had COVID, which I'm over now and perfectly fine, me and my family. And at 100%. So really cool. We had mild symptoms like most people our age do. And my daughter had almost no symptoms. And again, she's on Humira and it lowers her immune system. A little bit worried, but she had almost no symptoms other than, taste and things taste differently and stuff like that. But when I get back to, finishing off a great year in terms of the market, in July, August, pounding the table on small caps, notably cyclical names, value-oriented cyclical names that have significantly underperformed. I think that was a pretty bold call. I mean, value has underperformed growth almost every year since 2008, 2009, and before that. But these names got crushed, and a lot of them are up huge, where insiders, large hedge funds are buying 50% higher than where we bought them. And the thesis was dead on. Usually what you see with economic recovery, small caps outperform large caps, and they significantly underperform, especially those cyclical names where we saw large cap technology, tech, biotech hit all-time highs again, pretty early on, July, August. But you're looking at 50, a lot of these companies were 50% off their highs. These cyclical names in the travel industry, casinos, they filtered throughout our whole portfolio, which is awesome. I've been a huge supporter of Bitcoin and Ethereum, close to 4 years now. We're up huge in these positions in crypto intelligence. Welcome new subscribers who watch us summit. They can be very happy with the ideas that you're going to get in that newsletter. But the performance is, man, we're up on so many names, taking gains as high as 530% in just a few months. If you're a Curzio Research Advisory subscriber, Curzio Venture Opportunity subscriber, both of those performance, I feel are very, very good. We could always do better. Crypto intelligence blows them out of the water. I mean, we just position ourselves in the right names, smart, not taking on as much risk in the bigger names. And you're seeing, we even sold Ripple, which is now being investigated. And we actually said that this is a joke. This has to change. That's why I recommended it. They have to find a utility for the freaking thing, right? You don't get equity stake or anything, but they're dumping coins, raising money. It's definitely security. And then after 3-4 months, I think we're up a little bit. And I said, you know what? Let's get out of this. Now it's getting crushed. SEC is going after them. I also recommended Goldman Sachs a few months ago. I think people laughed at that pick. Banks are so out of favor. I got so many emails tell me, this is kind of boring. What? We're up really nice on the stock now. And banks suddenly a great investment again. Everyone loves them. And look, I don't care much for the media. My job is to stay ahead of the curve, to recommend names, sectors before the media starts talking about them and stroking their egos on all the financial networks. And yeah, we're in banks now, and this is great. I think we've done that for the better part of at least 3 years. Getting ahead or being in ahead of mainstream media, being up a lot on these stocks when everybody starts talking to them, which is awesome, right? This is what I love to do, research. But 2020, while it's been a horrible year for so many, it's been really good. Excuse me. Throat's still a little bit, tiny bit swollen from COVID, but everything's cool. You'll see me drink some water and stuff like that during this broadcast. But it's been really good, 2020, in terms of generating money for you and your families. And I think 2021 is going to be a banner year. With Curzio Research, our brand is growing. We're getting more and more people following us through social media than ever before, becoming subscribers. Going to finish the year with record revenue, record subscribers. And our network is expanding, where I'm seeing so many amazing ideas that are not just being shared by my hedge fund friends and people in the industry, or even some of the people you hear on my podcast that I interview, but from you. From you. You're looking at my podcast, so many of you own your own companies. Been working in your profession for over a decade. If you're a doctor, you're a lawyer, you're engineer, construction work, professors, even students who always know the cool technologies before they go mainstream. So many emails now, frankcurzioresearch.com. But this network has allowed me to put great ideas in front of you. And of course, not every one of them is going to work out, but many of them have. Many of them have over the past few, especially 2020. But having this network where Wall Street Unplugged has been downloaded over 10 million times now. It's unbelievable, guys. Thank you so much. It's incredible. 10 million times. I mean, that value to me is incredible. The value to Curzio Research, getting so many people emailing me their ideas, doctors, get lawyers, it's unbelievable. It's incredible. It's a real-time network. So really looking forward to 2021. Still have one more podcast to go before kissing 2020 goodbye. But I just wanted to say that I really appreciate you. I appreciate all the support. I appreciate all of your opinions, even when they're different from mine. I think, what's important is we all have the same goal in common, and it's to increase our generational wealth, which can then be passed down to our kids to make sure they have a better life than their parents, right, than us. So, I mean, that's the goal, right? As long as we keep that goal, and yes, politics and things like that, we want to be focused on the markets. We've done very, very well so far. We could do better. Again, we could always do better. But having the network, having amazing contacts, getting into so many of these ideas, I'm really looking forward to 2021. I think it's going to be fantastic for you guys. Fantastic. And I'm really, really excited. And thank you so much for all the support.